What I'd say now, the hardest thing is like when you start doing new things, like think about us doing content.
Mm-hmm.
Like so we can get some type of instant feedback through like likes and comments and stuff, but like do
Mm-hmm.
we get you're making stuff that you won't really see any results from for like 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not like you can go out and close somebody like day one when you start making content, like all that. Like it is a long game.
Oh, for sure.
Like
I
it
got some
is.
feedback on that recently. I got some feedback on my content. Great content, right? And it's funny that it came up because it was one of those things where like I felt that way.
You
You know what I
felt great
mean?
about your content?
Huh?
What'd you feel? I'm
So we
confused.
post a lot of reels or whatever that may be. Um, but when I go to my page, every video has a cover. Every like it's just neat. It's just clean. Like it
Yeah.
feels out of touch.
Oh, too custom.
It feels too
I'll give you
professional.
that.
And I felt that way when I had went to it one time, and I was like, damn, like if I was just coming to this page, like I'd feel like it's just it's a brand, right? It is,
It's a
but I've always prided myself on being the
personable.
You know what I mean? Whereas like I've never had a mainline investment page, a Michael Butler page. Like I wanted that shit. I am me. And so and I kind of fought back because I was like, well, I post personal stuff like with my family and my kids. Like I do it all on my story.
But
And if
think
people are
about
there,
it.
but if they don't catch it at that moment, they never see it.
That's the hard part,
And
right?
so to me, it was just like, you know what? I'm glad, like you said it, because I want to make sure that I'm consistently posting and I'm committed to posting content, right? To make sure that we're continuing to be able to build that brand. But I want to be able to also still feel connected to the people who follow me. Because after some point you get tired of just like, you know what? Like he's consistent as fuck, but I don't really care what he's consistent about.
Yeah.
Right. But I don't want to lose that personable measure from it. I don't want it to be a strictly business page. I enjoy my social media.
All of my personal stuff goes into story. And I'd say the hardest thing for us is posting the personal stuff is so hard just because everything else is automated and like you just aren't used to it anymore.
Yeah.
Like I remember having to like post the quotes of the day every day myself.
So you were used to always being on it.
Like
Whereas
being
now
on
I
it,
know it's gonna get there. So like it was one of those I just like cool.
I don't know what goes out every day.
Yeah.
I have no clue.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what episodes is coming out of. I don't know where it is to where like what I'd say the last person one I did was my birthday. I should probably make it a point to where like we're gonna work on stills. Right. So that's why like when Jake comes with me, like we can just get random photos to where I can post and like put my own little
Kyle does a good job at that.
Yeah.
Kyle does a good job at being I think he does a good job at being having more photos in a sense.
Right. And so like I'll do more photos to make it more personable. But for me, it's hard just because like, I don't even think about it anymore. But but my story is super.
My story, I'll be walking through the flip and shit. You know,
I feel like my story is head ass.
I probably got to do a little bit more live. I think I probably want to start touching lives a little bit. But you got to plan those things. I'm not a planner.
So
I'm a person that just go live.
I was told to go live 30 days in a row, and I was like, no.
Yeah, that sounds wild.
That sounds wild. Who am I gonna talk to?
Yeah, sometimes you be on there just talking to yourself, bro.
Bro, you on there talking to yourself, like the shame of it.
Yo,
I'm not Pace Morby.
I seen something one day and they were just like, hey, y'all got to stop getting on y'all live and sitting there quiet until someone get on. And then you think about it. If someone goes back later to watch your story or you'll watch your live, they click on the live and like the first 5 minutes is you just kind of like, okay, just going to wait for y'all to roll it. Like just start talking, bro. And then people get in there, just catch up with the conversation, you know? But yeah, definitely to do some more live. What else? Because I definitely want to make sure that it stays personable and
what. So I know a dude.
Your guys gave me pushback on some of my shit one day when we hit the 3,000 followers, and I was like, make sure that we, you know, I want to make sure that everyone, I thank everybody, and you know, just an appreciation post or whatever. And they're like coming up with it and stuff like that, sending it to me, what you think? And then Glenna hit me up on the side, and she's like, why don't you just make a video about it, make it more personable? And I was like, you right, Glenna. I'm like, you right. I felt bad that she had to tell me that because I'm like, how much easier is that?
The one woman who doesn't do anything in social.
She's like, why don't you just, you know? But that's probably coming from a consumer standpoint, right? Someone who consumes social media, like, bro, like if it's someone that I follow, like bro, like you personally thank me. Like, don't
Yeah.
fucking do like a bunch of graphics and fucking, you know, the shit looks cool, but like, where's the personal touch to it? I was like, you know, you're right, Glenna. So then when they sent it to me, I was like, that shit's wet. And then I was like, what you think, Glenna? She was like, it looks way better.
All right. So